So the makeup community is not letting up. We have a ton of new releases. So today I have another anti-haul and wish list. Alright, so to begin, if you're interested in knowing what's on my face, I will link that video for you up here and in the description box below. So jumping right into this, because we have quite a few things to get through, I am looking at this new release from Wet n Wild by Catrice. It looks to be a blush palette, 2 eyeshadow palettes, 2 lipsticks, and a eyeshadow brush, if I'm not mistaken. Now, here's the only thing. Let me grab this out for you, and you tell me what you think. Looking at both of these eyeshadow palettes, it kind of reminds me of the ones released by LA Girl. Now, is anything new in makeup? No. Everybody's done everything at this point. There's nothing really that's revolutionary at this point or that is so different. But just looking at this and looking at those eyeshadow palettes, this is definitely something that I feel I can pass on. The only thing that really piques my interest would be the blush palette, but I literally just got this blush palette from BH Cosmetics. Like, I don't need another blush palette. And the eyeshadow palettes, like I said, remind me of my LA Girl. And as far as the lip colors are concerned, they aren't anything that really piques my interest as far as those purpley shades. So for me, this is definitely a pass. And I'm not really interested in the eyeshadow brush either. It's cute. I think little kids would like it. I don't really know what the characters are or what those have to do with this collection. But for me, this one's a pass. So next we have the Ride or Die Lip Balms by e.l.f. I don't know. Number one, just for me and just my weirdness, the fact that like the package gets all crinkly as you use it, which is how they display it in this ad, I don't like, and I don't really need a lip balm. Like, if I'm gonna go with a lip balm, it's probably gonna be good old Carmex. Like, I don't know, for me this is, I don't know what all the hype is about a lip balm. Now, if this was a part of a collection, maybe I would understand, but just this being released as its own standalone product, it's a lip balm. Like, it's not like a full line of something. It's not in conjunction with any type of release of a larger line. Like, I just don't get it. So again, that's a pass for me. Alright, so from CoverGirl, we have these new pigmented, what are they, like eyelid paints. We have these new eyeshadow quads, and as well as this new type of lipstick. Now, I actually did, if I could talk, I did see the eyeshadow quads at CVS, and I really wasn't impressed. I don't know if it's a new formula. I don't know if these are a new formula, but I feel like they're colors that we've already kind of seen. There was one, I should have picked it up and thought of the name of it. There was like one quad that kind of piqued my interest, but it wasn't really anything that I couldn't create from palettes I already have. The eyelid paints, those are interesting. They actually, I'm curious if they're anything similar to the Almay Velvet Foil Cream eyeshadows in texture or finish. I'm just curious about that. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't picked any up and I haven't seen them in stores, and CVS is generally where I shop. So other than the quad eyeshadows, I haven't really seen this. So for me, this is most likely going to be a pass for me. Like I said, probably the lid paints are the only thing that really piqued my interest for this release. Alright, from Natasha Denona, we have this new bronze collection. We have the bronze eyeshadow palette, the bronze cheek palette, and what looks to be 3 lip glosses, gloss and balms. Alright, so the eyeshadow palette retails for $65, the bronze cheek palette retails for $55, and the nude gloss and balms retail for $26 each. So, will I purchase any of this? No, I'm just not gonna. That's way too much money for me to spend on a single product. Like, I probably should go for quality over quantity, but more is more. And so for me, if I was to purchase anything out of this, like, you know, I kind of would like the bronze cheek palette. The eyeshadow palette is pretty too, though. I really do like it. Am I going to buy it? No. Do I like it? Absolutely. I think this eyeshadow palette is super pretty, and I really think that there would be many ways that you could transition this very, very easily for fall. This would be great for summer or fall, which then again begs to say, okay, well, is that purchase justifiable? For me, a $65 eyeshadow palette isn't justifiable. And also, looking at the bronze cheek palette, it is really pretty. I don't know how well... Okay, the way they have that swatch for the lightest skin tone to the darkest skin tone is interesting, because honestly, the colors look completely different. Now, I realize they're going to look somewhat different on different skin tones, but to almost be a completely different shade and shift and undertone, I don't know about that. But anyways, this is probably going to be a pass for me, simply not because I don't like the product, but because of the price point for the products. Alright, and from Maybelline, we have this new shade range of their Super Stay Matte Ink lip colors, and also new shades in their Super Stay 24-hour lip colors. So these are really pretty. I'm really excited for people of color to be able to have this option in the drugstore. I've honestly never seen a lip product run that deep. Now, was I really looking specifically? No, not for me. But I'm excited that we are seeing this growth in the drugstore community for people of color to be able to find products that are better suited for their skin tones. Because who was it that was talking about that? A creator on YouTube was reviewing Black-owned products, Jessica Braun, and she was talking about, I can't remember the brand, but the creator is a African-American woman, and she was stating that not every nude lip is a pink nude, which me being a woman of Caucasian descent or being a white woman, you know, I never thought about that. And when Jessica Braun was talking about that brand creator stating that, I was like, that's really smart. That's something I never thought about. So to see this being available in a drugstore capacity, I think is great. So for me, it's going to be a pass, simply because it's not meant for me and my needs for makeup, but I'm excited to see it, so I'm glad that that is something that has recently been released. Alright, next from e.l.f. we have the Retro Paradise collection. I have seen so many reviews on this. So we have this eyeshadow palette, what I believe is 2 highlighters, we have some body bronzers, some lip glosses, an oil for the face, and 3 shades of their like liquid sparkle eyeshadow. Now, I'm not for sure if those 3 shades are new or if they're just repackaged, as well as the lip glosses. I'm not sure if those are new or just repackaged for this collection. Now, the eyeshadow palette is a pass for me. It's not anything that I look at and I'm like, I can see what I would create with that. The highlights are probably a pass for me. Honestly, the whole collection's kind of a pass for me, except what it's not showing here is the lip kit that Juicy Jazz reviewed that has 1 gloss and 4 lip liners. Now that I would be interested in, because it was 4 kind of like 3 nude shades and I believe 1 bright pink shade, and then it had the clear gloss with it. So out of this whole collection, that's probably what would interest me most. And again, it's not showing it here. I wasn't even thinking about that when I snapped this picture. But the collection as a whole is a pass for me. But like I said, that lip kit I would be interested in. Packaging's beautiful though. I love the packaging. That corally pink is beautiful, and I like actually how they did like the e.l.f. logo with those lines. I don't know, I think that's just really good marketing packaging. All right, next from Ulta, we have this collection that is centered around Harry Potter. So we have the 4 eyeshadow palettes that are centered around the houses. We have some brushes, what I believe is a lip balm, a lip gloss, some type of lip stain, and I'm not sure if that is a cream blush or what that is exactly. Let me look it up real quick. Okay, so I pulled this entire collection up on Ulta. So we have the brush kit that is $25. Each eyeshadow palette is $16. We have a lip gloss that comes in 4 shades for $10. They have, okay, that's cute. They have the 4 house scrunchies for $18 for the pack of 4. And then there is like a cosmetics bag for each house that is $16 each. And then there is a lip crown that comes in 4 colors that is $10 each. And that's actually pretty cute. I like the scrunchies. That's cute. That's something that my sister would eat up. Okay, so as far as the eyeshadow palettes, my favorite, just looking at it, is definitely Slytherin. Purely because I'm super into the greens lately. Now, what I'm seeing is, oh, there's also a Bewitching lip balm. Now, on the website though, I am not seeing the eyeshadow palette for Hufflepuff, so I'm wondering if that one's already sold out. The Gryffindor palette's okay. It's kind of neutral, reminds me a lot of something that ColourPop has already released. The Slytherin palette is definitely my favorite, just based off of the colors. Now, my house is Ravenclaw though, so don't get it twisted. But I'm kind of sad about the Ravenclaw palette, only because to me it looks a lot like the Elsa palette that ColourPop recently released. Let me pull that one up as well. Okay, so I'm going to put both of these on the screen for you, and you come tell me what you think. But I'm seeing that shimmery white color, a very matte brown color, a shimmery blue color. Okay, it's not spot on, but that to me, just as soon as I seen it, I was like, oh, that screams Elsa from ColourPop. So that kind of makes me a little bit sad, but I mean, it's still pretty. But for me, this collection is going to be a pass, simply because I don't need the eyeshadows. I love the scrunchies. I think the scrunchies are adorable. And just aesthetic wise, my favorite looking eye palette is from Slytherin. Okay, next we have from L'Oreal these new Gold Mirage Shine Mirage eyeshadows. It looks like there's 5 shades, and then there's also these new lip glosses. I'm not so much interested in the lip glosses as I would be the eyeshadows, although honestly, out of those 4 colors, there's nothing really that I need. There's like a dark gold, a lighter gold, a champagne-y, and a pink. So it would pretty much depend on what the actual like formula and texture of these products are. But as far as colors, there's nothing really that I need out of this or that I'm super excited about that stands out to me. So for me, this is going to be a pass. Okay, now this liquid glitter eyeshadow from e.l.f. is a new shade in Mermaid Skin. Or excuse me, Mermaid Shimmy. Mermaid Skin, wouldn't that be so sad? Mermaid Shimmy, and I'm obsessed. I would buy this. Like, if that pops up on CVS, in cart. There's something about this green. It's a different shade than what I've seen before. Like, let me show you. Okay, so I do have this Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Shimmer Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Goldilocks. This is a very greeny gold shade that is a very nice topper. So here is that. But that green, if it's truly that pigment, is calling my name. Like, I want it, I need it, I gotta have it. That's something that that's something that's speaking to me. I think that that's gorgeous. And again, I don't know what it is lately, but I'm like obsessed with greens. In fact, I just grabbed this Emerald eyeshadow palette from Profusion. It's amazing. I plan on doing a tutorial with it soon. Absolutely love it. So this product is a purchase for me. Okay, from Raw Beauty Christy, who has not seen this yet. If you have not seen this, you are living under a rock. Raw Beauty Christy and Pure Cosmetics teamed up to do this collaboration. She did a dual-sided eyeshadow palette. One side of the eyeshadow palette is neutrals. The other side is colorful shades. She also included in this collection 2 different pairs of false eyelashes. I think this is super beautiful. Would I buy this because I'm super excited about the eyeshadows? The neutral the neutral side, yes. The colorful side doesn't really do a whole lot for me, but would I buy it simply because I love Raw Beauty Christy? Yes, I am that person. I just love her. I think she's so funny. She literally makes me laugh all the time. Like, if I'm having a bad day, I will go watch her when she did her makeup of Guy Fieri, and like, I'll just laugh till I pee my pants. Like, it just makes me so, excuse me, I spit. It makes me so happy. Like, I will just sit there and laugh because I just love that video. And so just in support of her, I would purchase this. I'm not even very good at lashes. but I love her. I think she's hilarious. Like, I feel like we would be really good friends in real life. But yeah, I think this is pretty. I love that like you're getting a lot of eyeshadow for your money. I feel like having this be a dual-sided eyeshadow palette, and she really thought about like travel, which nobody's traveling in quarantine, but hopefully eventually we'll be able to travel. And so I like that she thought about this ahead of time and made it travel friendly for those people who do travel. So for me, this would be a purchase. Right now I know it's going to be going into like pre-sale for a restock, so just because I love her, I would purchase this. Okay, and then we have the summer collection. I don't even know who this is by. Caliente. This is something I've never heard of before. We have an eyeshadow palette with 8 shades that are matte and shimmery finishes. Okay, so it's 8 shades total, and we have a mix of matte and shimmery finishes for $29, a red lipstick, and 2 glosses. I don't even know who this brand is, but for me this will probably just be a pass, simply because I don't know who they are. The colors don't really speak to me. I have a lot of red lipsticks and I have enough lip glosses. So this is definitely a pass. All right, Catrice. They've come out with quite a few products. They now have a BB cream, if I'm not mistaken. They have got these blush lighters, or what do they call those? Hold on, let me pull it up on their actual website. All right, it's called a Clean ID Hydro BB Cream. It only comes in 7 colors though on their website. I probably could get away with the lightest fair neutral, and their darkest is a dark warm shade. Definitely leaves something to be desired in the shade range. I do see 2 shades here, again though this is looking on a computer, that seem to cater toward all of these skin tones. But that's not so great, the shade range, yeah. And that's $10. They also have the Sungasm Face and Body Highlighter for $10, and I have seen people review this and it's huge. It reminds me of like my L'Oreal one. Like, it's ginormous. You're never gonna run out of it. They also have the Sungasm Luminizing Bronzer in 2 shades. They've got these 2 new eyeshadow palettes and this Blush Box Glowing Multicolor Blush. I don't know, I thought I was going to say more, but it didn't. And that comes in 2 shades called Dolce Vita, and it's Wine O'Clock. So for me, I do kind of like the blush in the shade Dolce Vita, which is that lighter one. This No More Red primer really isn't something that I am interested in, because I have one that works for me. I mean, I have enough of everything that works for me. But in this whole collection, the only thing that really I like and kind of want to get my hands on is that one blush. Other than that, this is pretty much a pass for me, but that Dolce Vita blush is really pretty. Okay, ColourPop. We have the new Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I have seen so many reviews on this, and so I purchased it. So hopefully that'll be on its way soon, that I can do a review for you. I have seen kind of mixed reviews on this, so I'm interested to get my hands on it and see what I think. There is quite a large shade range. Let me pull it up here and see what the entire shade range is. Alright, so their website is showing 42 shades at $16 each, and it has a deep dark 12-15 in all the way to Fair 03C, and I believe I ordered Fair 10 in, so fingers crossed that that is going to be my shade. I am really excited to give this a try, and I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of excited that they used a plus size gal in their advertisement here for one of these shades. Wow, look at this diversity. Go ColourPop, I'm really impressed. That's nice. So, okay, so it is oil-free, vegan, dermatologist tested, ideal for all skin types. So for me, this is a purchase, and I'm really excited to get my hands on that and see what I think about it. Okay, oh man, I always get them messed up. LA Colors has come out with this Velvet Plush Creamy Lip Color. I think there are 12 shades. I'm not 100%. Is their new Velvet Plush Creamy Lip Color. These look really pretty. I haven't seen anybody swatch them or anything like that, so this may potentially be a purchase if I run across them and if I find a color that interests me. Okay, and then we have this collection from Revlon. It is in collaboration with Wonder Woman 84, the Wonder Woman film that's getting ready to come out. It looks like an eyeshadow palette with 2 highlighters. I think that is a powder, I'm not 100% sure, and a lipstick. I mean, the advertising's pretty, it looks really pretty, the packaging's pretty, but for me, as far as the products go, that's going to be a pass for me. I'm not into those colors. That gold looks too dark. That gold lipstick I would never wear. So really, to me, this is more of a collector's item. Someone who's really into the movie and wants to keep this as a memorabilia versus actually getting it and using it, or at least that's my opinion. So for me, this is a pass. And then from Juvia's Place, it looks like we have new lip glosses, lipsticks, and lip liners. The shades look really pretty. Again, these are some darker tones, which I think is great. For me, this is going to be a pass, but I'm excited to see it, and they look really pretty. Now, I have never used any products from Juvia's Place, so I don't know anything about their formula or wear or anything like that, but the packaging is pretty and the colors look nice. Okay, Profusion, they have released 4 new eyeshadow palettes. They are 4 eyeshadow palettes like the emeralds. We have one called Bear, one called Fuchsia, one Citrine, and one Nudes. Now, out of these 4 specifically, Citrine is really pretty. I like it. These colors look kind of muted, but when I've seen it in other advertisements, they look much more punchy. And so for me, out of these 4, I definitely would be interested in seeing Citrine like in real person to see what the colors look like. The Nudes I can pass on, the Bear I can pass on, which the Bear I could pass on, and the Fuchsia I can definitely pass on. I have enough pinky purples in my LA Girl palettes. So for me, the Citrine would be a purchase and the rest would be a pass. Alright, and lastly, we have these 2 eyeshadow palettes from Dose of Colors. We have Smoky Soiree and Cutting Edge. And so, definitely Smoky Soiree is pretty, but it's nothing that I am excited about. The Cutting Edge one only speaks to me because it's got that beautiful green shade, and again, I'm obsessed with green right now. So that one I like, but these are both going to be a pass for me, just because I've never really dealt with Dose of Colors. I don't know about their formula. And I have gotten enough greens, I think, from drugstore brands that I'm pretty much set. So again, this is going to be a pass for me. All right, so we've gone through all the products. This is a lot more passes than purchases. But again, so many things are being released. You really have to be consumer conscious and ask yourself, is this really something I need? Is it something I want? Is it something that I can see myself using or not? And so for me, definitely the ColourPop foundation, the Raw Beauty Kristi eye palette. Now that is not being very consumer conscious because I'm really only buying it because I love her, if I could even get my hands on it. The Mermaid Shimmy eye, the liquid eye glitter, totally loving. And I think, was that the only things I really was interested in? Oh, and that one blush from Catrice. I like it, but it's not something that I have to get my hands on, but it's definitely pretty. So for me, this is definitely going to be more passes than purchases. So I hope this video will help you make some informed decisions about where your hard-earned money is going. So let me know in the comments below, is any of this like a hardcore purchase for you or an absolute pass? I would love to get your feedback in the comments below. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.